We are live! Hey!
Oh, finally.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We know we are late. We apologize for the delay. It was out of our control. Our stream provider has been having technical issues. I know, Roman, it's 8:27, but we made it here. We see almost 70 people waiting for us. I know this isn't our usual rigmarole, but me and Anthony have a whole bunch of wrestling to get into. We had a half an hour to talk all about it, but we will talk about it over the next little bit. We got TNA Impact on tap and a bunch to get into. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. And thank you for your patience. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. And even though it's delayed, it still is TNA. Remember, we watch TNA on YouTube, folks. So no spoilers in the chat. Welcome to everybody. I hope you had a wonderful week. Thursday in the books. Friday Junior put to bed. We are back for some Impact. We haven't done Impact in a couple weeks, but I will take a second to remind everybody quickly that the show is momentarily starting, if it hasn't already. But I am Mr. Renee KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is the chapeau that runs the show, Mr. Anthony. How you doing?
I am doing good. Finally here after waiting for a long time for this stream. So I'm excited. We got a jam-packed night on TNA.
It's like a 16-man or person main event.
Right. A 16-person champion challenge. Like one side is all champions, the other side is, as they're calling them, TNA All-Stars. So yeah, it's looking good tonight.
Yeah, literally crazy. Like Moose, Jordan Grace, the other two members of the system, Eddie and Brian, Masha and Alicia. So the whole system's involved. Loretto Kid gets thrown in there. And then Mustafa Ali on the other side, Joe Hendry, Broken Matt Hardy, D-Lander, Sammy Callahan. Who's with Sammy Callahan? Eric Young. All right. And who am I missing? Oh, and the ladies, the Spark Plugs.
Spitfire.
Spitfire, Spark Plug. We're close. But welcome, folks. Get in that chat. Say hello. Let us know what's on your mind. I feel like TNA should be starting any second now.
I haven't started. Yeah.
There we go.
I haven't started. They're showing a recap of last week with Matt Hardy and the system, who opened up the show actually last week.
There we go.
So last week, if anybody didn't watch, Ryan Nemeth came out to help Matt Hardy. Not sure if he has signed with TNA. He is officially on the roster page, but not sure if he signed with TNA.
Okay. Yeah, big surprise reveal. Obviously, his brother's been hanging around there, but now we're not really sure what's going on with Dolph and TNA as well. So, yeah, interesting. Did not expect Ryan Nemeth to show up.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised last week when Ryan Nemeth showed up. I was like, wait a minute. And I even tweeted out, like, did he sign? And it doesn't look like he signed yet. So he's probably on that same like pre-appearance deal like Matt Hardy.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, how do you feel about the return of Broken Matt Hardy going after Moose? How do you feel about that kind of angle storyline?
I kind of feel like it's a filler. A little bit. It's a filler between Nick Nemeth and eventually Moose happening at SummerSlam, which that's where I believe, Moose will drop the title to Nick Nemeth. So I feel like it's more of a filler story to get to SummerSlam.
Okay. But yes, I am getting the opening credits, the opening package for TNA Impact tonight, folks. Because we were delayed and late, I'm going to rapid fire through some of these, but won't go too deep. But Eric, good to see you. Christopher, good to see you. He's feeling all the TNA. Big Nick reminding everyone, check out the Discord. Yeah, y'all should do that. Definitely. Roman's back in the house. How you doing, Roman? Richard, good to see you. Welcome back, Bash 8. Fatu Dynasty. As we got George Iceman introducing Ash by Elegance.
Yeah, so we got Ash by Elegance versus Zaya Brookside tonight for the third time. If Ash by Elegance wins, she gets her jury back that was stolen from the referee the last match they had. Weird stuff. Weird stuff.
All right. I'm whining. Don't whine. Don't whine. Whine and dine. That thumbnail looks like a 16-person tag match. Yeah, it's 100% a 16-person tag match. Like random though. Like it's not. There was no real particular reason. It's just kind of another Thursday.
Right. It was Santino said last week that he was working on like the biggest main event in like TNA history. To me, it seems like it's like all the major storylines happening with all the championships all in one match night. So I think that's what the biggest feel or the biggest match in TNA history.
Okay. So I'm assuming we're 1-1 with Zaya Brookside and Ash by Elegance.
Yeah, so Ash won the first one, Zaya won the second one. That's when I think the jury was stolen, and then this is the third one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm kind of interested to see if they're gonna, I guess, in terms, put Ash by Elegance over tonight and have her win I'm assuming this is the end of the feud, so having her win this feud. Both of them are fairly new to TNA, so it could go either way.
Fair enough. I'm leaning towards Dana Brooke as well, especially, she can get through Zaya. This killed a little bit of time, and then she could potentially turn her attention to Jordan Grace.
Right. And speaking of Jordan Grace, I'm not sure if you've heard about Natalia's contract being up with WWE in 2 weeks or in a couple of weeks. So I was thinking pre-appearance deal, get her to Slammiversary, one off Jordan Grace, Natalia for the Knockouts title. Just give it to me.
All right. I did see that report. And again, I mean, if I know people jump on instantly like, oh, well, if she's going to leave WWE, she'd go to AEW. But I think she could pull off something like that and still have that friendly working relationship with WWE. I mean, What more is she really going to do in WWE? I don't see her having another extensive title run unless she just stumbles into a gimmick that catches fire. It's tough to say.
Right. She's won the Divas Championship. She's won the SmackDown Women's Championship, the Tag Team Championships. Like, it's like if she wanted to hold any other title, she could. But like she's did a lot in WWE and heavily helping with the women's division down in NXT. So jumping ship for a couple of months, I don't think is a big deal for Natalia.
No, not at all. And again, she's still a first ballot Hall of Famer, definitely stapled, her legacy in the company. And she's great for the role she's playing right now.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, over the past like couple of weeks, she has had some fire matches in NXT, especially that underground match. That was something special.
It was good. And I mean, she's going to be now we're going to have a tag team match. So we're going to run that back. And that, that rivalry continues. I like it. I mean, you're really trying to figure out, Lola won the breakout tournament. Is Lola going to be something significant?
Right.
Well, now she's in an angle involving Shayna and Natty. It's not a bad shout at all.
Right. Absolutely.
But we are starting. I think Ash by Elegance was trying to call time out prior to the match.
So I think she was. Zaya Brookside almost won, though, a second ago with a quick pin.
You might be okay with a quick pin on this one. Good to see you, Russell. Roman was antsy. For anybody who's just tuning in, we would definitely, a bunch of streamers were all having an issue with the provider. So technical error. Apparently, too many people wanted to do what we were doing, and so we are a little delayed. But we are here.
We're here now.
What's up, Heather? How are you? Welcome back, Jay. Good to see you as well. What's up, Brandon Barnes? Welcome. A little bit of Fiend, which was a hot topic trending on Twitter today. We will talk about it.
Yeah.
As long as you don't yell at me, we're good. What's good, TJ? How you doing? Bonkers, welcome back. Heather, we got you. How are you? We appreciate it. Daniel Price is with us. Ronnie gave us a like. Thank you so much, Ronnie.
Thank you.
It's 8:30 and you were still not here. We were trying, bro. 30 minutes of trying. It was like a horror movie. We were on like that last attempt to get the key to start the car, and finally,
right.
the engine clicked in just in time.
Like, we didn't leave, y'all. We were here the entire time.
Right. Who do you see replacing Kingston at Anarchy in the Arena? Double or Nothing. Guessing Claudio Chambers. How you doing, buddy? We found out last night it's going to be Darby Allin, the Walking Wounded.
Right, and which I didn't want to post on Twitter, but I was like, didn't you just get hit by a bus?
Yeah. Apparently,
and
he
now
addressed it. Like, I had a really bad month. We're like, fuck, no shit.
It's like, didn't you just get hit by a bus and now you're going straight to Anarchy in the Arena? Okay. Well,
and he still has a broken foot.
Right. Like, does this man have 9 lives or something?
Yes, he's made of rubber. I'm convinced he's made of rubber. He got hit in the face with a bus. And like he came out with the bandage on his nose last night, and it was like, welcome back. Are you sure? Like, are you sure you should be here?
Right. Crazy.
Like, is that not instant concussion protocol if you get hit by a bus?
I would think so. I'm like, are y'all taking him through tests or something? Like, that man went through glass just a couple of months ago. So
yeah, man. It's yeah. Like, I mean, he was supposed to climb Everest, breaks his foot, goes on a stroll in New York, gets hit by a bus. The last thing I expected was, like, a lot of people thought it was going to be Sammy Guevara, which I didn't love, but it made sense. Right. This one I think would be more for you, sir.
Has Ash by Elegance been a flop? She's okay in the ring, but just recently lost to Zaya. She is still a bad promo, and I feel like she's far away from competing with Jordynne Grace. I actually disagree with almost the majority of that. I don't think she's a flop. They've also traded victories and losses. Ash by Elegance won the first match. Zaya Brookside won the second one. So tonight is the rubber match, the third match. Bad promo, yes, but she doesn't really speak much. That's why she has the concierge, who is very entertaining. And now she just won the third match. And then lastly, I think she's very close to competing, not beating, but competing with Jordynne Grace, because she's been out there for every title match that Jordynne Grace has had. So she's very close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is what should have happened to Dana Brooke in WWE. Like, I didn't much care for when she became a bit of a babbling Brooke and she was all upset because people weren't liking her. It, like, giving her George Iceman, allowing him to do the majority of the speaking for her. Athletically, she can go with Jordan or just about anyone. Like, she's not a bad wrestler. She had been doing the same cartwheely stuff for a decade. So this is refreshing. And George Iceman and that man owes me a conversation. So we're going to track him down.
And I think like the first match that she had with Zaya Brookside was fantastic. Obviously wasn't top tier, but I always feel like sometimes you have that wrestler that has to lean on the second wrestler in the match to make the match great. I feel like, and don't get me wrong here, I feel like Becky Lynch is one of them.
Oh, sorry, Anthony. Zaya knocked her out. You got knocked out. She punched her with her jewelry.
Yo.
So Dana Brooke wins the battle. Might not have won the war.
No, I don't think that was a heel turn, though.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The babyface. I mean, it was a pretty simple match for the rubber match. But yeah, a nice little, you got to get Zaya over as well in the process. So Zaya takes the L, but still looks good.
And I think TNA does that well. And I think we actually talked about that before we jumped on stream, that like we didn't know who would take the victory because both of them are kind of new to TNA. So how would they make both of them look strong tonight in the third match?
Right. Yeah. So Dana Brooke victorious as we move to a package featuring Rosemary. I like this.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to be some type of connection to what she did to Havoc at Under Siege.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she took out Havoc.
Yeah, she's talking about being alone.
And I feel like they're running an injury angle on Havoc too. I'm not 100% sure.
I really like this side of Rosemary. And realistically, I think, and it kind of ties into this comment here about, the women's division needs more bodies, not just one-off indie talents. Are you surprised Neil Dashwood hasn't been back yet? The first part of that is like Rosemary as a single, Havoc as a single. Now you're starting to expand your roster out again a little bit. I know you might not be helping your tag team division, but you do. There does need to be a little bit of influx of talent here.
And I wonder if this is something that Scott D'Amore was trying to do, because it technically seems like the Knockouts division kind of slowly dwindled once he left, right?
Fair enough.
Obviously, I think we knew Trinity was going back to WWE, and Trinity was a big part of the Knockouts division. In her 9 months there, she was a big part of the Knockouts division. Losing Deonna Purrazzo, Giselle Shaw getting injured. Seems like she's on her way back, though. Yeah, we kind of lost it for a minute. We kind of lost the footing, and it seems like Jordan Grace was holding it down. I don't know where Tasha Steelz is, so it's kind of crazy.
Right? Is it my imagination, or does week by week Santino start looking more like a New York City undercover cop?
He does.
What is happening? He looks jacked. He's looking less funny, less comical. He looks like he's going to sell me some weed and try and then arrest me for it. Are you surprised that we haven't seen Tenille come back?
Yeah, I immediately thought when she was getting released, she was coming back to TNA, but yeah, that didn't happen. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, because I thought her and Moss Riddick would be able to do something here.
I forgot that he got released as well. They're dating, right?
Yes, I think.
Yeah,
they're close.
Okay. That'd have been a perfect place for them as TNA.
I thought so. But we got Alan Angels in the ring now, folks. Keep the chat coming. Keep it alive. I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow for SmackDown. It's going to be a fun one. And then we got a busy week up ahead with all your wrestling action. But we got a go-home show on Monday for King and Queen of the Ring. We have a go-home show Wednesday for Double or Nothing. Another go-home show on Friday. So lots happening here on the channel, and a weekend full of wrestling coming your way next weekend. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend.
I like how Memorial Day in the States and then Labor Day as well has become big wrestling, like central holidays, or with events. But last year we had Under Siege on Friday, we had Night of Champions Saturday, and then Double or Nothing Sunday. I was hoping we would get a repeat of that this year, but they ran Under Siege like 3 weeks earlier. And then Labor Day is the same way, and I like that. Like, we get 2 big wrestling weekends back to back.
No, I like it. And I mean, again, never a lack of options at this point. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I think in the past, a lot of entertainment outlets would avoid those long weekends. Like, now they dig into them. Like, well, we'll make you a part of the long weekend. Let's go.
Exactly.
They are married. Confirmed Chambers. Thank you.
Thank you, Chambers, because I wasn't sure.
TNA better than AEW. One. In some facets, it's a valid argument.
It is not. It's definitely a valid argument. I tend to enjoy TNA more than AEW. Just saying.
Yeah. Again, I think at times it's a valid argument. And a lot of people, I find it really funny that people who just dismiss TNA, like you're watching,
Mhm.
like you're watching a small show as far as attendance goes, put on okay indie style matches, and then the next night there's a very similar product, and they're like, "Well, that's shit. That's just indie." You're like, "Wait a minute, what did I just watch?" Like, I just watched Sky Blue go through barbed wire. What is happening?
Right. The amount of because I'm like, I guess Twitter watches your feed and what you post. So because I post a lot about TNA, I see a lot of the TNA garbage that comes out. Like I literally saw a tweet probably about an hour before we came telling people to not attend the TNA tapings tomorrow and go to Wrestling Revolver because they're in driving distance of each other. I'm like, really?
Rude.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I admit there's times where I'm like watching TNA and I'm like, "Oh, what are we doing?" But
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of times that, like, I'm very much, I mean, it's like any of our products, right? Like I have a love-hate relationship with NXT for that reason. What is happening here?
Is this I feel like
The ref is coughing up black.
this is the stuff that's going on with Jonathan Gresham. And I believe this was the same ref in the match last week.
I don't know if a sickness angle is the best of choices.
So last week, if anyone doesn't know, Jonathan Gresham, I believe he stuffed this ink into the referee's mouth.
Oh, okay.
And that's been kind of his finishing maneuver when the last
I
two
don't know how
matches
to
he had.
take that.
It's like a claw. Basically, he coughs up this ink and then he claws them in the mouth. And then 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Yeah. So I think that's what's happening here. Insane.
okay. So we got a new referee, ladies and gentlemen. Alan Angels is still taking on what's his name?
Leon Slater.
Leon Slater. That's right. Imagine how Ricky Starks feels. He's healthy and ready to go, but Tony Khan picks Darby, who just got hit by a bus 3 weeks ago and broke his foot less than 2 months ago. In addition to that, MDB, yeah, that's one thing where Ricky would be like, I would really like that. But on the other hand, he's legitimately watching his tag team partner get dragged out to the ring by Jericho every week. Like, that to me is the ouch for Ricky Starks of like, I'm perfectly fine. I could have kept defending the tag titles. We could have fought for the tag titles. And Tony went, no. Jericho wants to use Big Bill. Bye,
Yeah,
Ricky.
that's kind of odd. And also, Ricky starts coming out to basically saying, like, I don't know why I'm not being used. I'm perfectly fine and healthy. You don't see too many people doing that in WWE. So to have that done in AEW, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I saw one creator basically say why Leon Slater just won this match. One creator did say that they see them having Ricky Starks more, and he's like more of a WWE character and guy than having him in AEW.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that take. Like, he feels very made for it. I know people make the comparison to The Rock and the silk shirts and the attitude, but I just feel like Dynamite could use more athletes with charisma. Oh, Big Con coming out here to choke out Alan Angels.
Like, that's just
He broke his
random.
neck.
Oh, Leon Slater trying to fight back.
That was stupid. Bad choice, Leon. Bad choice. I like what they're doing with Big Con. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Oh, he took him out. He took him out.
Oh, Big Con to the floor. So a new attitude for Big Con. Going to his finisher is neck breaking. That's got to tell you something.
Right.
But yeah, quickly back to Ricky. I mean, it's unfortunate because I feel like he brought a lot to the table, but yeah, he definitely has that entertainer kind of vibe to him, right? But I think that's been part of, you look at, oh, we're breaking another neck. You can't just walk around breaking people's necks.
Yeah, it looked like he took out the security.
Yeah. You're mine. A Doyle rules. Oh, wow. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's very interesting. What's up, Christopher? What's up, Larry, Mac, Daniel? Yeah, I like Ricky a lot. I'm a big fan. So I'm really curious to see if he moves on. Now, in the past, we've seen, the Hardys and other wrestlers go public with kind of like, Tony's not using us. And then all of a sudden they get used, or, we get 3 women's main events in a row. So maybe this is his way to try and get some booking. But man, I'd be pissed if Jericho stole my tag partner.
Yeah, definitely the case there. This could be the way of him trying to get some type of booking. I don't know. I mean, we saw that clip of him being at WrestleMania. He looked very excited to be there. So I don't know. Like, when does his contract expire?
I have no idea when Ricky's contract expires. I don't know if it's even public knowledge. I would love to know.
Right. Isn't he like a TNA or I'm not TNA, AEW original?
Close, pretty close. Yeah, he's one of the OGs for sure. So, and again, that's where the bulk of his notoriety came from. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's advocates for him in WWE, and it'll be funny because he'll go to WWE, and then all the AEW people will end up being like, "See, they had to take our guy." And you're like, "You didn't want him."
Right, you didn't want him.
What about Christopher Daniels, Anthony?
Coming back to TNA, I'm gonna need him to bring back that Fallen Angels gimmick.
There you go.
He can come back to TNA then. I would love to see it.
I would like to see him come back as like the Fallen Angel, but almost like kind of the when he started having disciples and such, like kind of be the older Fallen Angel.
Yeah, I would like that. That would be cool. I think that'll work, especially in TNA.
Mm-hmm. I noticed the ref cough earlier in the match. TLD, good to see you. Damien, there you go. We weren't just late. Damien was late. Uh-oh. Diener. It's the people's Diener. I love that in the chat. Johnny Beans, good to see you. Good to see you. How about that Pro Wrestling Noah announcing with WWE? Yeah. Again, big deal. I mean, again, maybe not a huge deal, but again, in that whole kind of cornering the global market, it's something.
And Nick Khan is the one behind this WWE partnerships with other wrestling companies. And they chose the right one with TNA. Hopefully that continues soon. But yeah, I'm actually happy Nick Khan is involved with WWE. He has done a lot to change it over the past, year, 2 years that he's been there.
Yeah, 100%. So Diener's trying to support something.
Right.
You got to believe in something, or you believe in nothing, or you fall for everything. Well, how's that saying go? That's what his T-shirt should say. Believe in something or fall for anything.
Right. I like that.
Gabrielle, good to see you. Good to see you.
I really don't know where we're heading with something in Diener.
Yeah. Is he just trying to motivate him to win?
Right.
Because we've seen Jake something come up short against Ali. I can't really remember the last time he had a big win.
Yeah, because he came up short to Ali, then he lost to oh man. He's Rich Swann. He lost to Rich Swann at Under Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he was supposed to face Hammerstone. Oh, did he just turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said, shut up, Diener. So we got a bit of a Jake something turn here. Thank you for the chance, Christopher. We appreciate it. Ricky Starks got let go from AEW. He was fired. Not true yet. Let him go.
I was about to say, is that true?
I haven't seen that. And I know sometimes the chat likes to be funny, but I have not seen any reports of him being let go.
So they're showing the replay of last week again for people that didn't watch. There was a tag team match between ABC and Trent Seven and Mike Bailey, so Speedball Mountain. The winners of that match, that team has to compete in a singles match to become the #1 contender to Mustafa Ali's X Division Championship. And that match was won by Speedball Mountain. So in the future, in the next couple of weeks, they'll face each other to become the contenders for the title.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why they did it like that, but
that's a lot of steps. Like
right.
Quicker, there's an easier way to get there.
Like we could have just had a fatal 4-way. I don't know, to become the #1 contender. I don't.
Yeah, a little complicated, or more than it needs to be. Choosing Darby over Daniel Garcia or Ricky Starks kind of stings. Yes, Darby is more popular, but he shouldn't be in an extreme match right now. I think ultimately that is why that decision was made, especially if you're trying to make the Elite uber heel. Darby's a guy that will get a very heel response. If you start fucking with Darby, people will legitimately get mad about it. So that's the only take I have on it. Like, I didn't expect it, but that's why I think they did it.
Yeah, and again, I thought it was going to be somebody else, maybe like Hangman Adam Page. I don't know. And I didn't expect to see Darby back until at least September, to be honest. So I think it's all kind of shocking right now of how it went down.
Yeah, absolutely. So Trent is challenging Speedball.
Yep, and I think this match goes down at this weekend's taping, so it should be up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, a babyface match. One of those. I respect you, you respect me. Let's have it out. And yeah, they give each other the old bow. It's official. Trent 7 will take on Speedball. Should be a fun match.
Yeah, that's gonna be. That needs to be the main event of whatever Impact episode that's going to be on, and yeah, it's going to be a banger.
I think so. And the opposite of fun, here comes Frankie Kazarian.
I still can't get behind Frankie Kazarian as a heel. It's not clicking.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Frankie. I like Frankie. Frankie's a great worker, hell of a wrestler. He doesn't really do it for me as a babyface. He doesn't really do it for me as a heel. I don't know. Is he just like be a cool tweener, I guess? I don't know. I really don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, I think maybe being a cool tweener will work better for him.
Like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know. This heel thing is not working for me.
As we're getting Sami Callihan coming out.
And then I don't. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's Macklin. My bad. Right? Yeah,
Macklin. Yeah, it's Macklin.
I screwed up.
And I really don't understand how like this match came to be. Like last week. So they had a face-off after Steve Macklin attacked the Rascals, and then Steve Macklin basically said he was the one that took out Trey Miguel before Under Siege went live. And then these two came face to face, Kazarian and Macklin, and boom, we had a match. And I don't know how we got here, to be honest.
No, I don't quite understand it either. I mean, fair enough, but And again, I mean, we kind of a little heel on heel action here. Is maybe
Right.
the company's biggest or second biggest heel next to Moose.
Yeah, I would say like the second biggest heel.
So yeah, this is an interesting situation. Interesting. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know the right answer, don't spoil it if you do. But I'm gonna go Macklin's winning this one.
Absolutely. I'm here with you. Macklin is winning this.
Right. Like these two could be a tag team.
Right. I think they would work good as a tag team. Maybe that's where we're getting at. But then again, I don't see Steve Macklin working well with others.
No, not at all. It's Kazarian gets dumped over the top. Daniels and Kazarian back together. Yeah, maybe. I thought they were going to put SCU back together for last night's match, but instead Matt Sydal got in there. Now, apparently Scorpio Sky on the other side was like Scorpio Sky's coming back to AEW, which, okay, I like Scorpio Sky. Christopher Daniels gets in a fight with the Bucks. You think that would be a nice natural spot is to put him back with Christopher Daniels, the first ever 2/3 of the first ever AEW tag champs, to fight the current tag champs. And no, we got Matt Sydal instead. So I was a little bummed out about that.
And I guess my question would be, has Matt Sydal had any type of involvement with that before?
No, it was like, I mean, the whole situation was kind of arbitrary, right? They bumped into each other in the back, they ran their mouth, and then essentially, Daniels makes the challenge and then needs a partner. And he's like, I'll just get now. Him and Matt have tagged together a handful of times over the last while, especially with Ring of Honor and like Rampage and shit. So
okay,
yeah, I kind of wanted them to bring the old crew back together a little bit. I mean, I know Frankie's here now, but it would be I thought it would have been a nice pop, a nice reminder to the crowd.
Agreed. I definitely agree there.
Maybe Leo Rush is coming back again. He's out there. He's working.
Like, did he retire again? I don't.
That's right. That's the question. Let's go TNA. What's up, Robert Cortez? How you doing?
I know, Robert, you've been dying for another TNA stream, so we're here tonight to offer you TNA.
Yeah, we haven't said goodbye. For those who tune in on Thursdays, we got some original content and stuff coming up on the Thursday nights, but we always have an eye on Rampage. Wow. We always have an eye on Impact. For the weeks that we do not go live, or even for all the weeks, we have Anthony doing the weekly review that comes out on Saturday. So don't miss that Saturday mornings. Make sure you click that little bell. And then, all through the week, anytime there's something like tonight where there's a special kind of card, we'll be here to watch it.
Absolutely. So I've seen this. I'm gonna try to get to that in the chat. There we go. I've seen this thrown around a couple of times with the Tiffany Stratton situation. Enlighten me, KJ. Do you know? Because I don't know what happened.
Okay, so I don't fully know the story, and I heard there was some static backstage, but I guess Tiffany had put up a tweet, and it was her slapping Jade from like one of the wrestling shows, and the voice overlay. It basically, I don't even know. I'm cautious how I can even say this, but essentially, it was a dubbed over voiceover of some clip, and it referred to Jade in not a very complimentary way. Some deemed it very racist because it did mention black. But it got taken down, and I haven't heard much about it at all. And that was like 5 minutes before we came live, before we were dealing with the issues. I saw the clip.
Okay. I have no clue. Like, I've seen it go around, and a lot of the times I try not to like delve deep into what's happening. And this one, I just like, work has been crazy the past couple of days, so I have not even had a chance to look into it. So yeah, I honestly did not know, but I heard something that maybe it wasn't like Tiffany posted it, but she reposted the video of the
Was it a
original.
repost?
I
Yeah.
think it was a repost. I don't know.
I've seen more of people responding to the actual incident than knowing what the incident is. But I know the reference was definitely off color.
Okay.
At least the one I seen, but I don't even know if I saw the actual right thing. So
Okay.
I don't know if anybody wants to enlighten us in the oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think MDB had.
Thank you, MDB. I'm like tiptoeing around this, like
I think like your last statement, MDB, though, people are just sensitive. In this day and age, it's a lot of sensitivity. I do agree with you there.
right. I mean, again, I gotta tiptoe on that a little
Oh,
bit because
absolutely.
there's definitely a level of. I think context is king a lot of times, and I think that's what gets lost, especially in social media. Is you can take something and run with it very easy, and people
Right.
like to kind of get in that herded mentality where they just everyone's outraged and enjoying like there's a lot of people that have no stake in the claim that are upset, where people that do actually have a connection to the story or a reason to be offended are okay. So it really
Yeah.
fucking throws me off.
I like
Twitter
what
is
MDB said down here. We respect you trying to tiptoe the line, KJ, but we are all friends here, bro.
but yeah, no, I mean again, it got taken down. I can't imagine that um it goes any further. Like I said, it was a lot of mixed messages. Some people said there was the heat backstage because of it. I think Tiffany was just trying to stir the pot um for the match coming up and for Queen of the Ring. But yeah, some people definitely were not happy with it.
Well, that's the extent of my knowledge with the Tiffany Jack. I got it all right here.
On a lighter topic, what's up with Hardy's hair? Just say it, Mr. Golfer. Thank you for the yeah, I think it's the gimmick. I think time traveling makes your hair poof.
Right. I definitely think it's the gimmick that that Matt is having right now. I actually think Matt Hardy is having the time of his life being broken Matt Hardy again. He seems like he's having a lot of fun.
I feel, yeah, definitely 100%. And I mean, again, I give him credit. He's definitely been on his grind, like sticking his nose in the Bray Wyatt stuff and the Howdy stuff. Like, oh, it could be me. And they're like, really? He's like, no, I'm just trying to get a job. It's like, but yeah, again, it's I think when you like doing something, when you're passionate about doing something and you don't get to do it to the extent that you feel you can, when you get that opportunity to revisit that, it's very liberating and very, it's that sense of joy of like, I'm doing something I love.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the same way. And us as the IWC, we might not agree with it, but I feel like that's the same way with Edge. I think he's having the best time of his career. He clearly has said that, and I think we can see that every week on TV.
Oh, 100%. And the people that were mad at Edge, I thought were ridiculous in the sense of, again, like it's silly to think that there's some level of mandatory loyalty. There's none. That's silly on the face of itself. But Edge wanted to continue to work the amount that he's working, being involved this way. He couldn't do it where he used to work. They were going to give him money to work less, and it didn't work for him. So for him to be able to get out and get into AEW, whether we make jokes about, oh, now he's in front of 2,000, he's having fun, man. He's getting paid to have fun, and he's getting paid well to have fun. So, yeah, It's silly to kind of be mad about it.
I thought I was gonna get a pin there, but yeah, it's silly. For some reason, I think the wrestling fans hold wrestling to a higher regard than any other job. Like it's the wrestler's job. That's their livelihood. So
Mhm.
if someone doesn't want to be in WWE anymore, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a traitor. They want to make a living and live well. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's what doesn't click with me all the time. Like it's literally their jobs. That's what they want to do.
100%. And I mean, yeah, it's a weird thing, like because with exception, most times we see athletes change teams. Nobody cares. It happens. Trades are welcomed. Occasionally there's a LeBron where people are burning jerseys, but it is what it is. It's once in a blue moon. So yeah, you like wrestlers get put on a different, like a higher regard. Like it's almost like some of the people have like, well, he was Marvel, now he's DC. Like, who cares? Who cares?
Right.
But both men are up on top. Not a bad match, and you figure with these
Yeah.
two.
I don't know what Steve
So
Macklin is trying to do here.
Trio, whoa. See that the
Is that
little
Trey
things with
Miguel?
Mac. What's that?
Trey Miguel just ran out.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
there's
still
Wentz.
I still struggle with heelish Trey Miguel. Oh, Macklin. So Macklin's going babyface. And he's going
Yeah.
back. Kazarian gets a dub thanks to the Rascals over Steve Macklin. Wow.
Steve Macklin going face though? Ooh. I have to see it. I have to see it before I judge. That's
He's got to be one of those guys that like his character doesn't change. He's just the
right.
exact same guy. He just, he takes his anger and points it at the heel opposed to like at the fans and the baby. Like, I mean, it just redirects it.
Right.
But
Right.
I can't imagine he's going to change. He's got to stick that same
He gotta
attitude.
stick to his guns. Yeah, with that.
Yeah, don't get fluffy on us.
Okay, so we got Gail Kim and
Oh,
Giselle Shaw.
so they're building Gail up to go back at it, eh? Or not Gail. Hi, Gail. They're Giselle.
Giselle Shaw, yeah.
So she's legitimately injured.
I believe so. I believe she's
Okay.
legitimately injured. Yeah.
Okay. But folks, we are rolling along right now. We got Gail Kim with Giselle Shaw. Frankie Kazarian just got a win over Steve Macklin thanks to the Rascals. And we still have a 16-person tag match where everybody with a belt's going to be in the match taking on their number one contenders.
Okay.
So this is very like Mr. Miyagi Sensei karate Giselle type thing here.
Right. Like meditation type thing. So basically, last week was the first like promo package with Giselle Shaw. Gail Kim drove to this place some far away in the woods, walked in. Giselle Shaw
Canada.
was there, yeah, meditating. And Gail Kim basically said, we need to talk. That's how it ended. So this was, I guess, the part two of it. And at the end, Gail Kim said that it's time for me to guide you home. And so Giselle Shaw took her hand. So seems like
Okay.
she's on her way back, which surprisingly, I thought Giselle Shaw was going to be the one to kind of leave TNA after the whole Scott D'Amore thing, but she stuck around.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask earlier because I hadn't seen her in a hot minute. I was like, and then it came up that she was injured. I think this is interesting in the sense of we were kind of for a long time very used to kind of the comedy slapsticky Giselle Shaw. Like she was a heel, but she was the goofy heel that took a lot of L's, and her crew was kind of funny more than serious.
Yeah,
I wonder if this is going to play really well when she returns. If it's got a different vibe.
I think so because right before her match with Jordan Grace, she had kind of kicked everybody to the curb. So
Yeah.
I think so.
And right now, sorry to change topic quick,
I know.
Anthony, but Mike Santana's touching my heart. A very heartfelt, emotional package with Mike Santana talking about his daughter, which okay.
Wow.
See, you see something like this from a Mike Santana, and you think, man, AEW, you had him. You could have
Mhm.
done something with this.
Mhm.
And this is what I think AEW needs more of, like this real feel. He's talking about being a father, about the hard times he went through, the choices he had to make. So when you can blend that into the show, you feel it.
And this is what TNA has done well over the past couple of months. This is not like the first wrestler they've done promo packages like this for. We had the Jonathan Gresham thing that kind of has turned him into a dark octopus. We have the Giselle Shaw that we just saw thing going around, and now we have this Mike Santana, which also started last week with the Giselle Shaw promos coming back. And all of them have been perfection. And seeing this side of like Mike Santana, I think this is perfect to build him up to being the next face of the company or even the X division as a whole.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh, now we're talking about. See, I can't wait for this. Like Santana,
Yeah.
Macklin, we've seen them get in the ring together. I like the build. I like the build. So Darby no sold the bus? AJ, that is one of my favorite comments of the night. That's awesome. Yeah, Joe Hendry's been on a tear, man. This guy is maximizing everything he can.
Yeah, Joe Hendry is on a roll. He got himself over by his theme song. So
It's amazing. Like, imagine people driving around, it's coming on the radio, and they're like, "What is this?" Like, number 4 on the charts. Like, what?
And I can even attest to how popular this man is. I posted a video of a reaction of Joe Hendry back in October
Yeah.
on TikTok. I don't think it cracked 2,000 views at that point.
Yeah.
I checked about 7 days ago, and it's over 100,000 views, all because in the tagline I have "I believe in Joe Hendry," and that
Right.
was the biggest searchable thing over the past month. So this man is up there. He's got his name up there.
Mhm. I'd love to see what that guy could do with a bigger platform. Like if he had like a bigger stage. And don't get me wrong, he's maximizing what he's doing here, but it would be really cool to see if he had more resources, more opportunity. How far could it go?
Right. And I even I have like this what if thing in my mind that Royal Rumble next year, he comes out, you hear, "I believe
I
in
will
Joe
freak.
Hendry."
I will freak.
I
Yeah,
feel like that'd be a huge pop for Joe Hendry.
right? Against all odds, June 14th. Joe Hendry's theme song got him over so much. But the guy hustled. It wasn't just the fact, it was how hard he worked it that
Mhm.
really got the song over. Like I give him a whole lot of credit of like he just willed it to be. It was unreal to watch.
Right.
Canucks or Oilers tonight. I'm leaning towards Oilers. I don't know why, but the Canucks feel a little bit fragile. I feel like the momentum swung to Edmonton, but the series is completely unpredictable.
Oh,
Oh,
we
top
got first
dollar.
class. Yeah.
Oh, so they're called first class now.
First class.
Jesus. I don't know if that's for Wesley, but how you doing, Austin? Ronan. Oh yeah, I wanted to answer this when top dollar being on might be the perfect time. Uh, uh where was it? There we go. So, what do you think of the video of Howdy? Some people are saying that through the eyes of Bray before he passes. That's why he keeps saying, "I set them free." That's an interesting take.
Hmm.
It,
Yeah, That definitely is an interesting take. Hmm.
I will say this. I mean, I thought it was really cool. And I mean, look, I was on Twitch today when this went live. And I mean, looking at 10,000 people in and out rotating, like as far as that number goes, they, found a way. Like it blew up. We had people go live to cover it. Twitter was all over it. People were clipping it. I did not expect it to be an hour, but I mean, I saw a lot of the reaction to people that are really, really into this. Like, especially now, like it's the creepy element. And some people were like, oh, I jump scared a few times. Like, what? Oh, wait, Matt Hardy. I guess he's coming out for the match. Or is he
Yeah, I
coming out?
think Matt Hardy is in the 16-person
Yeah.
tag team match. I think, yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was compelling. It was one of those things where, if you're into that type of movie, like you're kind of sitting there waiting for the moment of like, all right, all of a sudden something's gonna pop off that bookshelf. Like I was staring at the mirror. Like I give them credit, man. I think and they brought everything kind of full circle and put it all together. The viewpoint of Bray, I still think it's a viewpoint of Bo. Bo's the one that let him all free.
Yeah, and I think there's a bunch of creators out there that really dive deep into this, and they pick apart every aspect of like the QR codes and things of that sort that happened today with the whole hour stream. And it's like these guys are fully invested. Like I have to give you your props that y'all are fully invested, because after the fourth QR code, I was done. Just bring the man out at this point.
Yeah, and it's funny because I definitely have a bad case of that. Like I get caught up. Like even today, I recorded big chunks of the Twitch, and then I was kind of re-following some of the QR codes.
Yeah.
Again, trying to figure out what the URLs mean. But I don't go as far as like checking in, the backgrounds of shit, and people find out more things as far as, oh well, did you know this and that? I give them full marks for doing it. But what I like is you're getting an entire community of people kind of engaged in something really well.
Right. And I think that's what WWE has done well over the past year, is just bringing the community together to figure out something. So I like that. Oh, we got Joe Hendry coming out. I believe in Joe Hendry.
It's ridiculous.
And he just got a loud pop. Like I don't think I've heard that pop for Joe Hendry in TNA.
No, I mean, this is a guy you have to consider going after your world champion, especially when he's this hot, this baby faced. I mean, you want to, Moose is a really good heel champion. And no offense to Nick Nemeth, but sometimes shit just gets hot. Like,
right.
Joe's on fire. And he's loved.
And I hate, like if they don't capitalize on this momentum with Joe Hendry, will this eventually like kind of push him to find something bigger, And I would hate that, because he's done well in TNA, but I feel like this is the moment now that you kind of push him into that main event scene.
But could you imagine like a Mania setting, and that music hits and the entire crowd is like, and even the hand wave thing, right? Like he gets the whole crowd, and like just that is the type of shit that the dub eats up. That fan base, that universe, they like, we see it with all this, that's partly what's happening with Jay is, we get to do a hand thing. Well, this is the coolest shit ever. Like I think it'd be over shit. I mean, Matt Hardy and his delete right behind him. And they give Joe the mic. You got all these people in the ring. Joe gets the mic.
Exactly. And I've even seen people saying that like his little concerts that he do are better than what Rock has ever done. When I saw that, I'm like, this man is over.
That's funny. Listen, his concert, his music videos are great. Me and you died when he debuted the band from diving. Oh my god.
Yeah, with the AJ Styles thing.
No, and then even a couple weeks later, AJ tried to get him back, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute!" It's just like this.
And he remade the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song. It's crazy.
I believe in Joe. He arguably the most over guy in the company right now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right.
We believe. Yeah,
So
we
Joe
believe.
Hendry leading a "We Believe" chant. I believe. Challengers are winning. Interesting, interesting. I don't even know how to pick a winner in this match. Like,
I don't
like
know how to pick a winner, and then I also don't know like how the baby faces are going to gel with the heels in the on the champion side. I don't
true.
know how that's going to work.
The team of all stars. Matt Hardy's gonna pin Brian Myers. I don't know.
And then it's like, how do you protect the champions? Like, if you're truly doing this, how do you
Yeah.
protect the champions? And I feel like the only person that really can be pinned in this match is the digital media champion, who is Laredo Kid. I feel like
Laredo Kid.
that's the safest bet if you're going to have the challengers win.
Absolutely. Now, are you really surprised with kind of how like this is kind of played out with Crazy Steve? And you felt like they were giving him a push. He got the belt. He got a new gimmick, like a makeover. Goes the heel route, and now Laredo Kid's the champ, and Steve not really there.
Yeah, because the last 5 months maybe of 2023, they had laid groundwork for Crazy Steve. And
Yeah,
then I believe he eventually won the title at Hard to Kill. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think he won the title at Hard to Kill. He was
sounds
doing
right.
solid after that. And then just to drop it to Laredo Kid randomly, I was
Yeah,
kind of surprised. And then we haven't seen him since. So I'm like, I don't know what was all that build for. And this could go back to the Scott D'Amore thing, not being there anymore. Maybe
yeah.
they don't want Crazy Steve. I don't know.
Very interesting. Uh, Look at that. Howdy and Saudi rhyme.
Is Saudi the right place to do it though? I don't.
I think there's been an emphasis. Like we used to think of the international shows as like, yeah, we'll probably get a good show, but nothing's going to happen. They save it for
Right.
U.S. soil. I think more and more, like we even saw it in like, was it last year in Saudi when the Usos showed back up, or was that the Sammy turn? One of the two.
I
But
do know one of the Saudi shows we had Kyrie Sane show up, and that was a
yeah,
bust. But go ahead.
but yeah, facts. But yeah, I think that's more and more that I think they want to kind of show people that like, hey, stuff can happen on the shows you don't expect stuff to happen on. Maybe I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you there that they can do some surprises outside of the US soil shows. The Saudi crowd just doesn't
Yeah, they might
do
not
it
just
for me.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like I don't have to feed off the crowd a lot being a fan watching at home, but the Saudi crowd is like straight dead. Like and
uh,
it's no. And I know they're talking about trying to have a Rumble there or a WrestleMania, and I'm like, don't ruin that, please.
yeah,
Unless
right.
if they have a WrestleMania there, they can stop calling WrestleMania 27 in Atlanta the worst WrestleMania of all time. We can get that stink out of our hair.
As here comes Masha. Joe Hendry is my favorite wrestler today. I like it.
And now we got the system coming out.
I think it bumps me out a little because I like Moose's entrance. I
Oh
don't like
yeah.
this entrance. I want Moose's solo entrance.
And seeing Moose's entrance on a bigger stage would be so cool.
It's one of the best. And I mean, you've seen it live. I gather.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's crazy intense live.
no, it's wicked. Flop dollar, as Nick would affectionately call him, insufficient funds. Can they coexist, brother? We're gonna find out.
Hopefully.
I mean, the majority of the team is the system. Jordan
True.
Grace and the Laredo Kid. So that might be.
And I'm assuming Masha Slamovich is healed now. And you do have Mustafa Ali, who's a heel. So the only face in there is really Jordan Grace and Laredo Kid.
That's hilarious.
But
did you see?
I did. That's why I said,
"Oh, yeah."
Because Jordan Grace just popped out and was like.
For those who can't see, they lined up all the champions and raised their hands, and Brian Myers threw his arm up with the belt, and all of a sudden Jordan Grace stepped out forward because she's considerably smaller. So, hey, don't forget about me, Mighty Mouse in the house. KJ and Anthony, what's up, Kevin? Usually Nick is the one who can't pick a winner. He's always picks Eddie Kingston. You can't say anything mean about my man's when he's not here. You save that for tomorrow. Moose pins Ryan Nemeth. Okay.
Okay, I can see that.
Okay.
Especially with the feud he has with his brother. Yeah, I definitely can see that happening.
Right. So we're starting off with Eric, Young, and Moose. Oh, no, wait. We're starting off with everybody. Never mind.
Yeah, everybody's coming in.
Why did you all come in one at a time? If you just, everyone show up. Let's go. So, yeah, the spark plugs. D-Landers there, by the way, folks. They don't even have enough room for everybody.
Like everybody. How can you contain this? There they go. There they go.
Yeah, we're not containing this. How is the Joe Hendry, I'm assuming, is the biggest star than all 8 of the world champions? And please, for God's sake, can someone bring Scott back to the company? Ruben wants Scott to come back. And how Joe, listen, Joe's over. So that's just the way it is. But yeah, Scott coming back, Anthony.
Yeah, Joe got himself over. Scott coming back. I think TNA has done well without Scott. I've been watching every week since he left, and to me, the momentum hasn't changed. The momentum hasn't shifted. I think things that Scott D'Amore wanted has changed. I think I just recently talked about Crazy Steve, but to me, it hasn't really let up at all. And I've really enjoyed it each and every week.
Yeah.
Even the downer of when I said on stream that I wasn't really excited for Under Siege, I thoroughly enjoyed Under Siege.
Yeah.
I should have never said that. So
Under Siege was a good show. I mean, it was one of those, again, sometimes you're so quick together with TNA, you don't have time to really get into what they're selling us, but the matches are solid. Gunther versus Moose, who wins? Gunther.
Oh, easily Gunther. Easily Gunther.
Sorry, Moose. We love you, but
it's going to Gunther.
Gunther wants to face Brock. Remember, that was the WrestleMania rumor, so who knows?
Right. I think that'd be a fun match if Brock ever comes back to WWE. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to say it. I'll say it to his face. We love giving Nick a hard time already, Kings. We do. But I got my man's back. He's mad at me right now because we're fighting over Bray Wyatt. But who wins, Gunther or Brock? The House of Sod has a massive influence around the world and ridiculous amounts of money. Yeah, money talk. That's all that was. Hey, I just realized, where's Mark Briscoe? Is Mark Briscoe not the Ring of Honor champion, although I haven't seen him in a hot minute?
Yeah, he is the Ring of Honor champion, Mark Briscoe. Where is he?
He won the belt. They were like, high five. I don't know. I never watch Ring of Honor anymore.
I think I only watched it once under Tony Khan's direction. And then I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
This isn't what I thought it was. The hat turns on Anthony and joins the system.
Hey, I'm gonna be mad at the hat for a minute if that happens.
Right.
So they can't even have everybody on the apron. So it's like a couple of people hanging around
Yeah.
ringside.
The interesting part of that is you kind of know who's up next. Like,
Right.
you know who's going to get tagged next by who's standing on the apron.
Exactly. Now
Ooh.
the commentators just clarified that this is this is not a mixed tag team match. Is men can face men, women can face women, women can
Yeah.
face men, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I thought we were going to get D-Lander or Masha. I was like, oh, let's go.
right.
Jody threatened Masha. I tried to watch Ring of Honor in person, and that shit was ass. There you go.
We heard it from MDB first.
I can't believe Joe Hendry played weed as teenage dirtbag. Yeah. The man's out there singing songs to Taylor Swift. Like, come on, let's be real.
Right.
Briscoe
I
versus
think he
Miro.
beat Taylor Swift in the UK charts too. I think he beat Taylor Swift in the UK charts.
I know he was close. I know he was top 5. And I know he was trying to hold on for like to the end of the week. But yeah, he beat a lot of people.
Right.
Gunther versus Brock Lesnar would be a physical match. It'd be insane. My question is, would Brock be game to take the beating that Brock, like if they went to Brock and said, listen, we're going to put you in a match with Gunther. He's going to chop you 45 times and probably break your skin with his hand. Would Brock be like, all right, let's do it? Or would be Brock like, fuck no? Like,
I'm feeling option 2.
right? I'll take 3 chops, but I'm hitting 2 F5s. Oh yeah, this has come up a few times, and I know a few people have mentioned it. And sorry, remember we do have the super chat, super stickers. And Thatcher going back to Imperium. It's odd. I don't remember Thatcher with Imperium. But Thatcher's out there.
Yeah, I was gonna have to say, Ben, you're gonna have to remind me of when Thatcher was with Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
If that was in NXT UK, I never watched NXT UK. I think that's one of the few WWE shows I have never watched. So I don't know.
Yeah, and I know they had Wolf way back when.
Right.
He got hurt and whatnot, but and released. But yeah, I don't know that Thatcher gets back in the fold. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
And maybe Christopher down here actually did say Alexander Wolf was in Imperium. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Is TNA in the partnership with WWE? I think they have a friendly working relationship.
Yeah, I think they have something going on. Nothing's official, but they have like a friendly working relationship, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think they should start doing, is dishing talent. Like, all right, Natty's contract's coming up. How about you take them? You take Natty for a few months. Let us take Jordan for a few months, or hey, let's see if we can use Moose for a couple angles. I'm all for it.
Right. I think Moose has even came out to say that he wouldn't mind appearing in a Royal Rumble. Like he said, it happened to Jordan. I'm kind of waiting for that call too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if it's just because of like a numbers game, but we've had Mickey, we've had Jordan. Never have we really had anyone come out on the other side.
We haven't. So maybe that's something they're working on in the future.
Oh, spark plug's on fire.
Spark plug.
The Spitfires. I know. Spark plugs is way better.
I like spark plugs though. I like that name.
Hendry is the GOAT for becoming on top in singles chart. Again, you got to it's just such an amazing thing that He's going above and beyond. He's working. How do I get my name out there? What other ways can I get bigger? And he's
Right.
achieved it.
He's definitely achieved it, and basically all on his own. He's had some help from TNA reposting a lot of his stuff, but he's done it all on his own.
Right. No, 100%.
Oh, we got
100%.
Ryan Nemeth and Mustafa Ali in here now.
There you go. Congratulations to the New York Rangers for advancing in the playoffs. First team to make the conference final, the Final Four. Survivor Series, NXT versus TNA. Ooh.
I like that. I like that. Well, I feel like you can do a War Games type thing with that.
Yeah.
NXT stars versus TNA stars. Yeah. I like that.
We're going to call it Forbidden Passage.
I feel like Jordan Grace made a tweet about that. And when she was mentioning fighting Natalia, I think she was like secret door or something to that effect.
Secret door? Like, hey, now, the Forbidden Curtain. Nope, that's not good. That's not right. If you like the name Spark Plug, you would love Bob Holly from the 90s. Talk to me about Spark Plug Bob Holly. Come on now. Mr. Alabama Slammer. Worlds collide. Now, you know what, though? TNA does do a good amount of those shows where it's like the Worlds Collide shows that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do it.
They do it with New Japan. They call them multiverse of matches and some fun names with them. So, yeah, I like that, too.
Yeah, I'm in. Like, I think it'd be fun. And then there's got to be a couple NXT talent that you're willing to, like, all right, you're going to go under. I get that the WWE is going to be a little more protective.
Right.
Kind of like what happened with AEW of like, no, our guys go over. There's got to be a couple in NXT. They're like, you're going to lose to, Moose. You're good. All right.
I think WWE would do way better than what AEW did with TNA. I think they would.
Shut up, MDB. We all know the answer. I don't want to talk about it.
I like the hashtag America.
Hashtag America. That's right. And the ironic part is there's 2 Canadian teams left. They're playing each other. Oopsie. So we're going to be down to 1. But that one's going to be a hard out. Vance saying, hey, yo, KJ Anthony, good to see you. Vance, how you doing?
What's up, Vance? We just had a tag by Moose to Brian Myers. So it's Brian Myers and I was about to say Nick Nemeth, but Ryan Nemeth in the ring.
Yeah. I have to admit, I feel like there's way too much happening here. Like, I feel like because they're trying to get everybody like a chance in the ring. There's a lot of like these quick tags, and like it's just kind of they can't really get into action because we get a move or two, and then it's tag. Like,
right. There's a lot of moving parts.
Maybe 4-man tags, or we like. I know Teddy Long has made these matches famous, but there's a lot of people.
I was very optimistic when they announced it, when they were like, it's going to be champions versus challengers. I was very optimistic.
Right. I mean, a great concept that like that picture alone. When have you ever seen like a WWE picture where all the champions are standing together? Like, it was a kind of a cool visual,
right?
Idea.
Yeah. I think like the last time I actually seen a picture like that in WWE, I believe CM Punk and Zack Ryder were champions. That was like 2011, 2012. Because Beth Phoenix was the Divas champion. Oh, did he just leave?
Yeah, he out. He done.
Oh, was it an elimination match or did he just walk out?
No, I think he quit.
Okay, he quit because I was like, I don't think this is an elimination match.
Yeah, he just said, "Give me my shit. I'm out. I'm out." Okay, so there you go. Mustafa Ali walking out of the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We are still rolling along. Alicia slaps him, and Jordan's like, "Come on." So they're not getting along. Maybe they could have done like a men's version and a woman's version of this separately.
Yeah, I think that probably would have worked better.
And not because we have to separate the genders, it's just in the sense of there's a lot of fucking people you're trying to get into this match.
Like I said earlier, I think it's just like all the storylines connecting together. That's
Right.
For one night.
It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting thing.
Right. Very interesting.
Team Ricky Starks for WWE in the future. Yeah, I'd put good money on seeing that sooner than later, guys. So I think Damien mentioned his contract's up in August.
Whose contract?
Ricky Starks.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Trick and Roxanne can win. Everyone else can lose to TNA Talent. There you go. Jordan Grace versus Roxanne Perez, team captains. Yeah, like War Games.
I like that.
Team Jordan versus Team Perez.
I like that. I like Daniel Price down here. I think, Daniel, I have seen the reverse battle royal, but if I'm thinking that I've seen it, I probably haven't because the reverse battle royal seems very, very weird.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, worth a look. I feel like someone recently did something super similar and we were laughing about it, but yeah, one of the dumbest concepts ever. Is like get into the ring to get thrown out of the ring. Yeah, it's you go watch it. It's worth a chuckle.
I watched the reverse battle royal at Slammiversary 2022. Yeah, that was weird.
Okay.
That was very weird.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was one of the Russo inventions. I could be corrected, but I'm pretty confident that's a Russo.
Not surprised.
Y'all think Zoe Starks and Ricky Starks are cousins? Here comes Sami Callihan firing up on Eddie, his old buddy.
I feel like the match is starting to pick up pace a little bit here.
Right.
Ooh.
A little bit. Mixed tag team titles, like a his and hers. I kind of like that. Adorable.
I like that.
All right. Could work. It could work.
Oh, double team move by Sami Callihan.
Nice. The DDT flatliner combo, August 25. Now, do you mean like 25th or like 2025? Before All In. So yeah, I would see a few contracts come up. Right, we know Bryan Danielson's is expiring around then before All In as well.
Right. Oh, we got Joe Hendry in there.
Who you see show up? That's so far away, Kyle. Do you have any speculation of who might show up at Slammiversary?
Yeah, I did. It's a bit too far away for me to even think. But we've had surprises at every pay-per-view. Hard to Kill, Rebellion. So I'm expecting something at Slammiversary. I don't know what though.
Absolutely. And you better be here live, Kyle. It's our birthday week, my birthday weekend. Stacked with the wrestling. 222. I think that's the same weekend as Ring of Honor has the pay-per-view on the Friday.
Oh, sure. Is it a jam-packed weekend for wrestling?
I think so. I think it's a busy one. Yes, that was a Russo. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, sounds about right.
There you go. Ultimate X with Rhino and AJ Styles, Anthony.
I don't know if I've seen that. I know I'm going through the TNA history. I don't think I've gotten there yet. So that's something I have to look up and watch.
Oh. Jordan Pop and Sammy Callahan, then Tope.
There's bodies everywhere. We got Laredo Kid now going up.
Oh, that's right, JV. Thank you. That was the match we were laughing at recently because it was 100% a take on the reverse battle royal of like, everybody get in the ring. You're like, what? This is so dumb.
Jody Threat going to the top.
This weekend, Sammy Callahan versus Riddle, MLW free pay-per-view. Interesting.
I'm gonna try to watch that because I'm going to Battle Riot. It's here in Atlanta, so yeah,
That's awesome. Is that weird battle royal? Will Ospreay pin Commander? That was a gauntlet match. That was
a gauntlet match.
Remember that? Yeah, they called it a gauntlet match, but it was like a battle royal. It was so fun.
I didn't know that was. I didn't, because it gave me battle royal vibes, or like it was like a Royal Rumble type thing.
Yeah,
because someone came out every like 90 seconds.
Yeah, and there was usually with your gauntlet match, you used to like you pin and move on to the next part,
and then somebody else comes out. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't know that was their version of a gauntlet match.
Yeah. Big spear on Joe. No, wait, Joe taking the not today. Denver 40, Minnesota 59 at halftime. There you go. Royal Gauntlet. Yeah, there was the Royal Gauntlet.
The Royal Gauntlet.
It's ridiculous is what it was. Yes, it was a clusterfuck gauntlet match for a shot. That's right. Thank you, folks, for refreshing my memory.
Yo, Joe Hendry just won it for the All-Stars.
Let's go. So maybe the argument is the man, like this man, the love he deserves.
Yeah. Pinning a member of the system at that.
And it's his music playing going off the air. Like, it's Joe Hendry's moment. He's like,
right.
They can't even fit all the athletes to raise their arms. Ref, get out of there. You can't see Eric Young. So Team All-Star get the win.
The lights go out. I think this is PCO though.
Yeah, it's definitely PCO. Wait, where is it? I got my PCO button on the channel.
Is it though? I don't. Okay, hold on.
What is it?
Maybe it is PCO.
Oh no, it's PCO. Let's go. It's good. I think it is.
It has to be. Yeah, I think it is. All this for PCO though. I'm not understanding. It's not like this man was out or anything.
These videos are getting better and better though. See, this is his new thing. Like, I didn't realize. I liked it like on the pay-per-view when you wheeled him out and electrocuted him alive, or
yeah.
But as like his every week entrance of like wheel him out, and I'm like, you might be beating it a little to death here. I love PCO. I got nothing.
You're doing it a little bit too much. No, I agree.
Right, like when this is a pay-per-view intro, not like the end of the show run-in. But he's alive. Is PCO just going to beat up everybody? He's got a bag. What's in the bag? I had a feeling PCO was coming out. Dro, why would you have that feeling under these circumstances?
Right, because I never.
I was like, oh, Joe Hendry. Good night, everybody. We believe. Perfect Creation 1.
He's looking at Steph D-Lander, I think.
He's gonna marry her. We're gonna get a Frankenstein wedding up in this bitch. What is happening? Let me look in my bag.
I'm invested, but I'm confused.
Even the crowd's quiet. He's going through the bag. He's chucking things out. None of the All-Stars really understand what's happening right now. I think directly to the point might have been the approach here. Is that a tire? What is he trying to? He's trying to find a ring. I'm guessing a ring.
I guess so.
What is happening? I had a feeling PCO was coming.
Okay, a black rose.
All that for that? See, he should have went straight for the rose. Little bit of a cheer from the crowd.
There was a little bit of a "this is awesome" chant too. Ryan Nemeth is like, I don't know.
Dude, I just got here. What a random end of the show. Oh, wait. It looks like PCO's getting a little excited about this flower situation.
Right.
Calm down, PCO. And there you go. That's all she wrote.
That was the end. That's how they used the last 5 minutes. Okay.
All right. So yeah, going off the air, PCO came out, stopped the show. I think they should have just ended the show with the whole Joe Hendry clapping.
I'm in agreement. I love PCO. The man follows me on Twitter, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was.
But yeah, I guess we're building a love triangle. Like, well, I guess not really a love triangle, but I guess maybe PCO is going to try and get her away from Cardona and such. Maybe does that set up PCO Cardona?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea why we just got that.
I think I'm just as confused as you. Like, I don't know.
There you go. Love couple of the year, says Eric. But folks, the show is done. We will take your rating out of 10. And we will kind of break down our 2 cents on the show. Overall, not bad. Maybe not a great impact, but a good one.
Yeah, it was good. There were some pretty cool matches. I like the Xia Brookside match. There was a lot of things happening in the 6-person tag team match, but I can give Impact maybe a 7.5.
Okay,
that's kind of where I'm feeling.
I think I'm more in the neighborhood of 6.
Okay.
I just felt the main event was flat. Like it was too much. Like
it was a lot going on.
And then like the match happened, and because of the nature of the match, there wasn't really any big moments. Like holy shit, like nothing really stood out in the match. And then the match ended, and we got that weird PCO spot, and it just really like I'm like we should have kind of just went off the air in a good mood. Like it was just odd. It was an odd ending, an odd way to break it down for me. Yeah, I think what was it? Yeah, I don't think like any of like the Macklin match was okay. That worked to an angle. Yeah, it didn't stand out for me tonight.
Yeah, I can see why you gave it, a 6. I really think if we didn't, I love PCO. If we didn't have that PCO ending it with Joe Hendry and his music going off, being the last thing you hear with TNA and winning the match, basically, I think that would have been perfect. So yeah, that PCO thing kind of threw me off.
Right. And again, like you said, love them. Yeah, I just think, and maybe because I haven't watched in a couple weeks, I just felt like I was waiting for something kind of like most
Something
weeks
big.
you get one of those, at least a one-off, like, oh man, that was a really good match last night. Like one of the ones you tell other people you got to check that match out.
Right.
And there wasn't a lot of that tonight, but not bad, just didn't really. That main event was so funny. It was just so much.
Yeah,
All
there wasn't like one match that was like, hey, you need to go back and watch this. I don't,
Yeah.
it didn't give me that type of feeling. I did enjoy the Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian match.
Yeah.
But that tag team match, it was a lot happening.
Right. Damien says 8. He was happy. Robert says 8. So maybe I'm just being a grumpy butt tonight. TNA needs the aces and 8s back. I don't know they do. What you got in that bag? What you got in that bag? I like that because originally my head went elsewhere. That's awesome. PCO and Steph. Yeah. So are we gonna get like a Frankenstein wedding?
That's what I'm assuming.
Maybe they like push up the like Steph's hair and they give her like the white stripe. And
Right. Is that
we
where
go,
we're pushing to towards Slammiversary? I don't know.
we go full Monster Mash.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Cue Monster Mash. Moose versus Baron Corbin Slammiversary. Oh, okay. I'd be in.
Yeah,
I'd take it.
I like that.
10 out of 10. SmackDown is jam pick. I love our chat. Thank you, Roman. What is this? Yeah, we don't know either.
We don't know
love.
either, Richard.
It's dark love, folks. 9 out of 10 says Eric PCO's a ladies' man. There you go. Woke up
We
a
got
little.
got a lot of high remarks for tonight. 9s and 8s and
Yeah,
10. I
8.
think somebody said 10.
Maybe I was just being a grumpy ass. What was happening? I was working in the lab late, and actually, you were pretty mild then. If you went 7, 7.5,
Yeah, I went 7, 7.5.
right, the man that might be known to tip the scale the other way a little. So, yeah, fans were happy.
Right. Yeah. Seems like the crowd was really into it throughout the night and until we got to that PCO thing. But then they started chanting, "This was awesome." So I don't know.
Yeah, they all kind of went dead quiet, but we all did. Like, we're all like, what is he doing?
Right.
Like, what's in the bag? What you got in that bag? Like, and then he pulls out the flower and then they popped. They popped accordingly. And then this is awesome. Like,
right.
This is 8th grade play. Yeah, except with Frankenstein, so it's different. We understand why. Like, it's the weirdest thing. 7 out of 10. Unexpected. 8 out of 10 says Dro. So PCO is trying to recreate the Corpse Bride. Yes. Hello, Anthony. Yeah. They have TK on standby. All right. But yeah, Frank and Steph. There we go. But yeah, that looks to be Frank and Steph. 6.75 out of 10. So yeah, I mean, the fans seem to be really content with it. It was a good damn ending than Dynamite. Where is the heading to KJ? Not quite sure what all that was trying to mean, Mr. Long, but this was a good ending. So the Frankenstein had a good ending, I guess. Dynamite, where is it heading? I don't know. Dynamite's an interesting conundrum. Like, me and Anthony were talking when we were trying to go live and we were dealing with the technical issue. We were definitely having that discussion of like, it's not bad. Like, I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh, please end this. Parts of it, maybe. But it's just like, it's just such a different animal. Like, it's not boring, but it's not good.
Right. It's like there's enough to get you to watch next week. That's kind of what it is. Yeah. And that's kind of how I felt with the Mercedes Moné Willow feud. It's like it's enough to get you to next week. And then I feel like they hit it out the park this week. They did very well with the contract signing. So
yeah, and we're definitely going to talk more about that as we move forward because it'll be very interesting heading in. And now that Sasha seems to be buying in to the idea of like, I better kind of be me or this is going to not work.
Right, absolutely. And she works like we talked about earlier that she works better as a heel. And that's what Sasha is known for. Mercedes Moné, I feel like she's always hit her stride when she is a top heel.
100%. Does Swerve get beat down for the 4th time on Collision or Dynamite, asking for a friend? Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Swerve has not looked strong. So I really hope they stop beating up Swerve. Maybe Swerve can beat somebody up. I know he won a match, but
right. It hasn't been looking good for Swerve since he won the title. Honest opinion.
No, I'm with you. It hasn't been strong, Anthony.
Yeah, at all. It's like I thought they were going to go somewhere, maybe with Christian, and then it just seems like he's just been beat up every week, and it's not. He's supposed to be looking like a strong champion, and he's really not. But
he's really not. Yeah, I know. And again, I think that's where you want to see more. Like, and people kind of take it or misconstrue it, but it's like, we really like your champion. Why
right.
are you doing him like this? We want to cheer for him. What are you doing?
Right, exactly. And I don't know. It's all Tony Khan's booking, I guess.
That's it. But yeah, overall, not a bad impact tonight, folks. We are back for SmackDown tomorrow. We got more content coming your way. Anthony, I think you're still doing a review, a little shimmy.
Yeah, it probably won't be as long as the other ones, but yeah, I'll try to throw out something.
I just put him on the spot, folks. I didn't know the answer. But what's going on, Michael? But ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for joining us. Happy Friday, Junior. Stay safe, stay well. Click all our buttons below. Go get some merch. And don't forget, we are back tomorrow. We will find out what SmackDown has. And we'll talk some QR codes, and we'll talk a whole lot of other stuff tomorrow night. Any final thoughts, Anthony?
Just want to click on Damien down here. Revolver is tomorrow, because he's gonna remind us about Revolver. So that is happening tomorrow.
Yes, we'll keep an eye on Revolver, Damien. We wouldn't miss it for the world. I might even make a thumbnail for it tomorrow. But
hey, I like that.
That's it. I'm taking the weekend off. But ladies and gentlemen, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there. And we appreciate your patience tonight. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for all being a part of the shows. And until next time, see you on the flip side. Have a good night, folks.